We are back with episode 12. Last time was Obeka. Still haven't done that deck list yet because I'm doing all of these all at around the same time, we'll say. Uh Obeka's a fun one just because you can steal stuff permanently or you can just do some wacky shenanigans. We have 120 entries. God, we are getting we this is the spider tribal, I know already. But we've got a lot of universes beyond in this. Good old spider demons. Spiders have death touch and ward, and then you can turn stuff into food tokens with it. Yeah, very good spider tribal. Probably really the only spider tribal. You have obviously death touch. See, the thing is, a lot of spiders already have death touch. Some of them, I guess, do. Most of them have reach. Okay. So yeah, no, it's just Spider Tribal doing some shenanigans with spooters, reach changelings, food stuff. You know, the fighting just due to being able to give them death touch. Okay, I can easily work with this. Yeah, so we'll be back after I'm done with Shelob. Shelob on his knob. And we are back with good old episode 12. I was going to say 13 for some reason. The continuation of Shelob, good old spider tribal, and then whenever something is killed by a spider, you just turn it into a spider on your field, which pretty good because you can steal some pretty good stuff with that. This deck, before I really get into it, very heavily green. Not a lot of black. I updated a few things while making it to try and add more black pips, just because it was very green, not no black in it. We got before we get into more of the spiders, we get some of the spider help. You know, we get Finn the Fangbearer because we get some death touch help by making poison counters. Okay. Roaming Throme, obviously, you know, doubling up any triggers, getting +1/+1s from Blex. Halcyon being able to turn your foods into bears, getting some treasures and clues, and then you can also use that with Halcyon. Jaheira, you know, being able to tap your tokens so you don't have to sacrifice some of them from Academy Manufacturer. Devoted Druid, you know, you can kill her with Shelob, and then you just get an infinite mana source. And Guillaume, Master Chef, you know, pretty good trampler. At being able to instead making a food token equal to the number of non-token creatures entering the battlefield, and you can sacrifice it to give a creature indestructible until end of turn. Pretty good for some protection and with all the food that you can make. Some of the spiders, you know, we got Doomweaver with good old Soulbound, you know, when it dies drawing equal to its power, being able to block 7 extra creatures with Watcher of the Web. Astra being able to make spiders for instants or sorceries that your opponents cast. Drider, you know, dealing combat damage and making a spider from it. Twin Silk, you know, entering the battlefield making a spider. Nyx Weaver, being able to switch places with something in your graveyard through exiling with it. And then Chain Web being able to enter the battlefield and then dealing combat damage to a target creature. It's going to have Death Touch, so you're going to make a food right away. Some spider suits. We get Mithril Coat, making sure your commander has indestructible. You know, it is a 6 cost. That's a lot of mana. You know, you do have green for some of that ramp, but with Mithril Coat, you'll be able to quickly protect it through the flash. Swiftfoot suit has hexproof, and then Viridian Longbow dealing 1 damage to it. You know, being able to target those creatures, that you want to hit with it to make the food, since it will have death touch. We have some cost reduction just to make sure that Shelob doesn't cost a bajillion dollars. You know, we got Urza's Incubator, a very good one. You know, it's in that Angel's Secret Lair precon. We got Herald's Horn, a very common one. You see this in any tribal precon. And then Inspiring Sanctuary is mostly here due to the amount of artifact tokens that you make. You know, you make the food, you make the clue, Is food artifact? I don't know. Either way, you're gonna be making a lot of those tokens, and it will and the improvise is pretty good. You're gonna have to be tapping them, but it's still there, and it's still very helpful. We get a little bit of that tribal help. We get crippling fear, giving everything that's not a spider neg 3, kindred, destroying anything that isn't a spider, and realm walker being able to cast spiders from the top of your library at any time. End game though, we gotta think of our end game. This one is kind of here. Viridian Longbow, Shelob, and Devoted Druid getting infinite green from the food devoted. Mana crazy. And then we do have Thornbite Staff so that we can keep Shelob getting untapped. So really, in theory, what you can do is you can kind of just board wipe the table and turn all their creatures into foods. Uh, Pretty slappers, turning all your opponent's creatures into foods on your board. Then you have Halcyon, turning them all into 4/4 bears. You could easily win the table just from that. Same thing without the mana. Not a lot of stuff going on in Shelob besides the spider tribal. It's the exact same thing, essentially what I just said with board wiping the table. Infect them. All your spiders will have death touch, so having Finn the Fangbear will make sure that whenever they deal damage to an opponent, they will get 2 poison counters. Now, that doesn't matter. Now, you need to make note there that if you're hitting them with a 10/10 death touch, it doesn't mean they're getting 10 poison counters. It'll always be 2. So if they get dealt combat damage from 1/1, it's still 2 poison counters. That 2 doesn't go up at all. So you just need to make note of that. I don't want people to make that mistake. Overall, I think the problem that Shelob has is the lack of black spiders. And I mean, I might not have found them, but oh, this song's going crazy now. It has fucking vocals. Uh, but there aren't a lot of good black spiders. You have Drider, you have the Planeswalker Loth, and those are in here, and you'll see them when I put out the deck list on the Arca deck. But overall, I think Shelob would probably be in like the C, B tier for me personally. I think if they start adding more spider tribal help, I think that will change my opinion on it. But for right now, I'm putting in like a C or D. And after these, I think after video, I'm gonna probably say video 15. I'll actually have the list ready for it. But either way, that is Shelob. So please like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you on the next episode for good old classic episode 13. Yeah, peace out.